Hello class, my name is Dylan Hamilton and I'm here to discuss my Module 13 reflections. With the first question, after reviewing the copyright and fair use websites, which areas surprised you the most breaking the copyright laws or not meeting the fair use criteria? What surprised me was that computer media was considered tangible media. I also didn't realize how much copy protection or copyright protection a website or a post actually had, especially a website that's pretty extreme, I'd say. So I guess now I know how and understand how to properly pull information from a website without copywriting it, such as videos, posts, just stuff like that. Another thing that surprised me is how often education systems break this copyright law. I mean, I know high schools do it quite a bit. My high school did it a little bit, but not, I wouldn't say as much as other high schools did. With question number 2, what examples have you experienced where educators have broken copyright laws or fair use policies? In high school, some of my teachers would pull movies off of websites, pull movies just in that nature, pull posts off of websites, stuff like that. But to get more in depth, I'd say one of my history teachers in high school played the Patriot. Even though it was for a educational use, it was still against the copyright law. For the second part to that question, is it really that big of a deal? I feel like it's really not that big of a deal in a high school setting for education purposes, but I guess if that company wanted to make it a big deal, they could sue the school, they could sue the university for using their product, using their post, using their movie. But I don't really see that happening in a high school setting. More like in the university, I'd say, because university has a little bit more money, actually quite a bit more money than a high school does. So I can see it happening in there, but overall, I really don't see it as that big of a deal because I've never really heard of anything happening like that. With question number 3, how did you score in the fair use quiz from the website, and what questions surprised you? I scored a 73. That's kind of like basically clicking through all of them, kind of guessing on each and every one here and there. But one of the questions that surprised me was question number 18. It said, an elementary school transcribes the lyrics from the album Cats and puts it on the school mini musical. Teacher plays the music by ear on the piano, and the students perform every song. There is no admission charge. This is legal. The answer to that is false, and that's kind of like, I guess, made the question false. Kind of really shook me, I guess, because the lyrics from that album, it says the elementary school would transcribe them, and I guess transcribe kind of means mixed them up, mixed them all around, and the teacher plays the music by ear on the piano, and the students perform the song. I really don't see a problem with that, but I guess we need to know more in depth on like what the students actually did. But I feel like if you transcribe lyrics, if you transcribe something from a post you pulled, I feel like that should be okay. With citing your source though in the music or before or after you play. That's one question I kind of had. And that will be all for my Module 13 reflection. Thank you.